yet another summer day in San Francisco. This is AirPlant Nina. AirPlant Nina makes living sculpture. And so we have an opening tonight that's very unique. And that's one of the things we do here, is we celebrate artists who do unique work that's out of the ordinary and is not a cliche. And she does the metal work on it, and she integrates the plants with it. And that's why she's going to be here for the next 2 months. There's also, there you go. In case anyone didn't know, I'm Dan Macchiarini, Macchiarini Creative Design, and we are in our 77th year here. Spanning 3 generations, we are the oldest ongoing metal arts production studio for modernist design in the United States. And so welcome to First Fridays, yet again, which is also the oldest First Fridays, starting in 2007 here. We predate Reno, Oakland, Las Vegas, all of the First Fridays enclaves started right here in North Beach. And so I want to introduce Nina to talk a little bit about her work, and then hand it over to Jessica Loos, our amazing maitre d' and amazing maitre d' and First Fridays organizer for the North Beach Business Association. Go for it, Nina.
So, yeah, thank you so much for coming out. My name is Nina Bazan Sakamoto. And I also go by AirPlant Nina. So I create real living AirPlant wearable art jewelry, and now I'm moving into air texture. So air texture is air plants, art, architecture, technology in TEK, traditional ecological knowledge. And what I'm here to create is a movement. It is a movement that all of our self-expression doesn't have to be destructive to the planet and nature and each other. But it can actually be more than sustainable. It could be symbiotic and mutually thriving. And that goes for all of our self-expression. So I work with real living air plants because they breathe and grow with you. And they just live on air. And when you wear, you both get air. So it's easy care. They live forever as long as you mist them with water once a week and wear them on walks outside. And that's how you both thrive. And I like to see these, what's cradling the air plants, I call them temples. Because the air plants are meditating in these geometric forms that are made of laser cut wood, gold, and many different materials. And it's kind of like a basic building block unit, much like a molecule or a cell. And they could be combined in an infinity of forms. And that's what I'm having fun with, is sculpting them into different shapes and architecture. And now I'm creating wearable art for buildings and spaces, for thriving, for regeneration. I hope that all of you get to go inside and experience the AirPlant chandelier and go inside of it. Neo-modernism, eco-cultural futurism, because our future could be thriving. With the intersection of our diverse backgrounds, we create a collaborative abundance of evolutionary solutions for our eco-future. So I would like for you to all tap into that feeling. And my goal is to create a space where there is exalted states of creativity and well-being and thriving, so we could tap into each one of our unique potentials and powers. So that's what I hope that you can experience, a feeling of connection to nature and each other. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to Dan for having my work in your space, in your, what a legendary space to be exhibiting my pieces. Generations, many, like over 77 years. Congratulations. Thank you so much. And I wish you all thriving and well-being. And let's stay in touch. You can find me on Google, AirPlant Nina, and architecture. Architecture. Thank you very much. Ciao.
Thank you, AirPlant Nina. And definitely, yes, go inside and check out the hanging sculpture. It's really pretty groovy. Yes, and go inside of it. Peter, who's going to be performing for you in a few minutes, says that it's really psychedelic if you're standing in the middle. So, okay. I'm going to start out with 2 poems. One of them is called Brian, that I wrote about my brother. In bubbles, you climbed out of the tub, ran down the red carpet stairs, grab a cold hot dog, run back up the stairs, get back in the tub, eat it. You called the bad museum hot dog a piece of history, cried for the soubrette hot dog guy who had no business like the other 2 at the Statue of Liberty. On July 4th, we laughed at the promiscuous girl standing on the table, holding up a candle. We called her the statue of Give It To Me. You threw me down the stairs once. We got in a fight about anthropology. I thought the piece of umbilical cord on your belly button was poop. There must be man bugs here because there are ladybugs, you said, sitting on the front stoop. At the Grateful Dead, we ate mushrooms. You're 2 years dead. The dance of time zooms. He's gone, I said. Dad married Wendy at the clam bake. You were a terrible dancer, hated tomatoes, loved boats, was an expert on fishing at the Jersey Shore, a lacrosse champion, died of pneumonia. Favorite band was the band. When you died, I went on a bender. There's no splendor. Put the weight on me in losing people. I didn't do it after my mother, but you were my baby brother. And I missed a line in there somewhere, but oh well. Yeah, I wish, you know. It's 4th of July, I should have eaten a few mushrooms. I knew that I forgot something. But I can always go up the street to Professor Siegel. So. Okay. And this poem I'm reading, it's about my friend Derek Fairchild, the guitarist. Him and his musician partner Benny had a great band called Drop D, and he passed away. But I thought of this poem today because I remember one time going to see the fireworks, in which there was like little scintillations of lights behind the fog. Hopefully it will be better tonight. But so anyhow, I thought of him today because I spent 4th of July watching the fireworks on his boat. Drop D for Derek. It was persimmon season. The succulent fruit hangs on its branches ready, waiting in a Mediterranean autumn. It was Kate's birthday, a lagoon in Belvedere. Benny's polyrhythms rise from earth, enveloping air. Your totem pelicans choreograph a dance. Their wings sway, your friends sway, dancing on the dock's edge. They land in water. There are sausages and wine. You sing Isis, slide your steel guitar. The silent splash of sound, that magical night. your last performance, fire. Where is the smoke, the embers of the flame? It was persimmon season, but you were already gone. And next, I would like to welcome Mark Holzinger to play some music for us, and we're going to hear some more from Mark later on as well, but I think he's going to play Maybelline.
Hey Dave, can I get the mic?
Well, as I was motivating over the hill, caught Maybelline in a coupe de ville. Cadillac rolling on an open road, nothing out doing my V8 Ford. Cadillac looking like a ton of lead, there's a half a mile and a having a head. Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? Yeah, come on, everybody. Don't start back doing the things you used to do. Yeah, well, the caddy pulled up to 104. The Ford got hot and wouldn't do no more. It done got cloudy and it started to rain. I tooted my horn for the passing lane. Rainwater blowing all under my hood, and I knew that would do my motor some good. Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? You don't start back doing the things you used to do. Well, the heat went down, the motor cooled down. That's when I heard that howling sound. Cadillac looking like a ton of lead, 110 half a mile ahead. Cadillac looking like it's sitting still, and I caught Maybelline at the top of the hill. Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? You don't start back doing the things you used to do, right? Well, the heat went down, the motor cooled down. That's when I heard that howling sound. Cadillac looking like a ton of lead, 110 half a mile ahead. Cadillac looking like it's sitting still, and I caught Maybelline at the top of the hill. Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? You done start back doing the things you used to do. That's what I said. Well, Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? You don't start back doing the things you used to do. Yeah, well, you don't start back doing the things you used to do. Well, you don't start back doing the things you used to do. Thank you. And thank you for singing along. That pumped me up. Thank you.
This is very informal the way I'm doing this, I guess. But yes, that was Mark Holzinger. And next, please welcome Peter Webster, neighborhood treasure in Lexington.
Now, I do know how to dance, but, a wheelchair kind of make it difficult. I know I thought about singing first, but I think I'm going to read first. There's a poetry thing. It's called the Declaration of Independence. And it is July 4th. I'm going to my own interpretation, if you don't mind. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all people are created equal and that are endowed with their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, and selfhood. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among people, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That when any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them that shall seem most likely to effect their safety and happiness. The history of the present President of the United States and the MAGA Reich is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct objection the establishment of an absolute tyranny over we, the people. The MAGA Reich is not the power. We are.
Yes.
This is not the end of our fight. This is not when we throw in the towel. This is not the time when, this is the time when we need to show our light. It is not the time to whisper. It's the time to howl. Let me take off this here thing, because, you can't do that with that. And if my guitar sucks, so do I. Okay, which do I want first? Is the people lead, or, okay. I'm going to talk first about being a trans person, or any person who is targeted by this administration. As soon as you're born, they give you a label. They give you a name and assume that you're able to become the sons and the daughters able, raised on a religion of guilt. And as you grow, they send you schooling, built on a religion of careful done tooling. You don't know how you're gonna be done. Just the government wants to have it be one. Now that gender lies. The gender lies. It's how they cut the people down to size, control the masses, all freedom dies. Control the people with agenda lies. Well, they make you wear burqas, they make you wear suits. Girls only high heels, boys only boots. So they can see from a real far-off glance just what it is that you have in your pants. Now the gender lies. The gender lies. It's how they cut the people down to size. The ages, all freedom dies. Control the people with agenda lies. Well, it's time that we change the things that we teach. Time to stop hiding, time just to reach. Reach for the truth that defies hypocrisy and agenda lies. Ah, the gender lies. The gender lies. It's how they cut the people down to size. Control the masses. All freedom dies. It's time to stop telling all those gender lies. It's time to stop telling all those gender lies. Thank you. Thank you. I was going to do one other song, but instead, because my fingers I'm arthritic, so I'm going to say one other thing. I'll say this now. Whatever happened now, yeah, the Congress and everybody passed that stupid law. But you know what's stronger than them? Us. We have more of us than them. Do not give up. Do not give in. Stand up. Because if you notice in other histories and other cultures, people gave in, and that's how tyranny takes over. Do not give in to tyranny. Amen. Thank you.
So once again, that was Peter Webster. And our next performer, he used to go by Folk Punk Church. He kind of started out in the neighborhood performing around the corner in the doorway of the church across the street from the Cafe Trieste, and apparently he's there tonight. But he was here once before in January, but I didn't get to hear him perform here because that was the one time that I couldn't come to the reading because I was deathly ill. But anyhow, he is back tonight and is now going by the name Asunder Sweet. Please welcome Asunder Sweet.
Hi, I'm Asunder Sweet. We're doing Folk Punk Church tonight. So I'm gonna play a couple songs and I'm gonna go over there and play for like an hour. Anywho, I used to just play covers and then I moved to Oakland and now I have a whole lot of original songs. This is one of them. It's about being sexy as fuck and dying from climate change. And it's called The Hottest Year on Record. If you can't hear, like maybe stand up and get closer. It's getting drastic. Florida's finally sinking, and same for California. All our balls are filled with microplastics. The mercury's rising along with my heart rate. Factories polluting all their excretions. Smoke from the fires, I'm literally gagging. Everyone's getting happy, my tits are all sweaty, my forehead is beaded, my cheeks are red and flushed. The AC isn't working, I think we need to Nelly. I could give you a hug, but I fear we'd get stuck. They say it was made by man, but it was made by machine. Humans have existed without destroying everything. They say it was made by man, but it was made by machines. Is it the hottest year on record, or is it just me? Are hard from another polar vortex. Atmospheric rivers got me soaking wet. The earth is so thirsty, but rain isn't coming. My pussy is dripping, but it's mostly sweat. Our fate has been sealed since the Industrial Revolution. Our country is run by accelerationists, flirting with death and robbing our future. For a kiss with apocalypse. They say it was made by man, it was made by machines. The planet is dead from capitalistic tendencies. They say it was made by man, but who's been profiting? Is it the hottest year on record, or is it just me? It's cold as fuck out here. Thank you. I only got 7 minutes. I'm gonna try to play 3 songs. This song's about CDs. I got stay what you are. You got your favorite weapon. Then you got through being cool. Sticks and stones and bleed American. Old Leslie, you take up your picture. I got the illusion that you're at a dedicated so that you're at home about say like you need the reach out on a copy of. Tell all your friends. All right. I got one more. So I wrote an EP. This is the title track from it. And can I get a fuck Elon Musk? Anyone? Fuck Elon Musk. All right, everyone that didn't say it is sus. This song goes out to Elon Musk, and this is the title track off of a new EP I'm gonna put out next month. And yeah, I hope you like it. Thanks for having me here. If you want to come hear some more songs, we're down at the corner of Vallejo and Sacco and Vanzetti Boulevard, formerly Columbus Avenue. We're in front of the church. There's people right down there playing right now, and which is crazy to me because I'm here. But that's how it goes, you know? You gotta fucking spin those plates and then walk away. Yeah, thanks again. I appreciate it. Thanks, Jessica. I got that woke mind virus, the sickness of the brain. Care so much that it's driving me insane. All that I want is equality for all and for the disease of America to fall. I got that woke mind virus, turned me into a girl. From reading the right books, my true gender was revealed. Now I own a house, all the people in my street, and give each one of them something to eat. Cause you're a fascist sympathizer, true flicker in denial, sleepwalking off of a cliff. You joined the death pool, sign your name in blood, motherfucker, just let me live. I got that woke virus, I got that attitude. I got that woke virus, I got that attitude. I got that woke virus, I got that attitude. I got that woke mind virus, I just wanna survive. Even if that means killing off all the rich guys. Keep clutching your pearls and counting your bills. The world is ending, but you're too dumb to fail. I got that woke mind virus, but you're asleep at the wheel, driving at the wall with the pedal to my steel. We'll take your guns and keep all ours too. The woke mind virus is coming for you. The woke mind virus is coming for you. There it is. Cause you're a rapist sympathizer, a climate change denier, sleep marching straight and alloyed. You know nothing about freedom, you're just dumb and pissed, motherfucker, just let me, motherfucker, just let
let me, motherfucker, God let me exist. Thank you.
That was Asunder Sweet, by the way. Let's hear it again. You can hear more of him around the corner, down the street, around the corner on Vallejo across from the treehouse in front of the Yeah. But so anyhow, next, welcome Charles Curtis Blackwell.
Little comment, little note about Black history. I know they don't want it taught anywhere, but you come out with the truth. So the truth is that Jessica had mentioned the Statue of Liberty. I don't know, a lot of people don't know it, but the Statue of Liberty was originally carved out for the slaves being freed. And the inscription is like, give me your tired, your huddled masses yearning to be free. So Grover Cleveland made them take it back and redo it. The arms were outstretched with shackles broken, and the face was carved like that of a black woman. So it came back, except there was one mistake. It's kind of like, and it's so picturesque of today, they want to eliminate Black history, they don't want it taught, what do you call it, critical race theory. Well, there's one mistake. They left the chains at the bottom of the statue. So even if they try to erase it, it's still there.
Still a great statue.
Farewell, farewell, Mr. Resident. It's time for you to go. I said farewell, farewell, Mr. Resident. You've been in the White House too long. Farewell, farewell. You of all. You make women lose their child. You separate the child from the mother. Woo-hoo. You eliminate history and you eliminate all the programs that could feed a child. You stop the food from going around the world. So farewell, farewell, Mr. Resident. You never was fit to be a president. You wanna reopen Alcatraz? One thing is for sure, that is where your ass belongs. I was so angry when I heard they using black men with ice to do the dirty work. He breathes fire and smoke while sitting at the dinner table, having breakfast. Pork chops, chitlins, and bacon. Says his family suffers from high blood pressure. His heroes are Bigger Thomas, Clarence Thomas, Puff Diddy, and Jay-Z, and none but least Donald in the White House. He'll do anything that Master Tom tells him to do, just like Clarence. Swears up and down he doesn't suffer from poor self-esteem or self-hatred. He used to do crack, but that wasn't good enough. Now his neighbors are hoping he'll try some fentanyl just to save all those on the block. He doesn't know history well, other than what was taught, the whitewashed books of junior high and high school. Really believes that the Alamo was fought for independence, really believes that Santa Anna was a terrible guy, really believes that it was only right to acquire that land, which was Mexico. Knows nothing about Santa Anna's raids on the ranches, the farms, and the plantations, because there was a law. You can live here, just obey the laws of the land, and one of those laws were no slavery. But they wanted independence so they could continue to have slaves. So he still believes the whitewash history. As he ties his shoes, straightens up his belt, eats the last bit of pork chops and chitlins on the plate, with his green dungarees and army fatigues, baseball cap and a mask, not only will he go and acquire strong-arm tactics or brown shirt tactics and arrest someone of Latin descent, separate mother from child, he doesn't know his history, how his ancestors, his people, were separated when they got off the boat at Jamestown. He doesn't know his history. And now, not only will he do it to them, he'll do it to me, he'll do it to you. Anything for a dollar bill and a fistful of dollars. It's about as embarrassing as the Buffalo Soldiers. People keep trying to honor, and I'm going like, shit, they just got out of slavery a couple of months ago. Now they're going to sign on to go kill the Indians. Well, there's something wrong with this. So anyway, I can be kind of facetious, but it's I ain't the only one that said they're embarrassed by it.
Not you.
The wind. Is my concern of your concern? Am I rusted in thought and feeling? Or am I a selfish dog? Why is violence on the table? Though it's not even edible. Humanism wants, needs, greed, dirt, pain, and paint. On a wall, graffiti spelling death. A dog lapping up its own vomit. The sun arose this morning, casting light on all the sickness, hatred is the fad of the day. Misery for the unborn. Bigotry stands in their backyard. I noticed a man and a woman on the street. They hug, they kiss, they hug again, It looks like love. That's it. One more. One more. Try to end on an upbeat note, okay? The other night I had a chance to catch Dwight Treble. He was at Yoshi's. And a few years ago, he spoke to me. Somebody told me to come in the back and meet him. It was at a different place. And I wasn't feeling all that good. And I mean, he spoke to me as to encourage my spirit, you know, I mean, really just an inspiration. So the other night, he stopped in between and his thing, and he said, you know, somebody comes, he wants to be able to feel that person and, you know, feel their spirit, you know, what are they really all about, you know? And he said the first thing out of their mouth, they started talking about money. He said, okay, this ain't gonna work, you know. He said, because, you know, it's about giving. And so, you know, if we go, you know, a little further and a little further, number one, I'm not one of the fundamentalists, but I'm a God. I got the fear of God, the love of God in me, okay? And so I say that, so you go a little further, a little deeper, a little further, a little deeper, you know? So it goes like this, in dreams, God moves. In hour of peace, we see the things understood by God. And by God, we come to learn of God, of self, of how precious his love is, of how needful we are to love. It makes us real. It makes us real enough. It makes us real enough to live. It makes us real enough to give. It makes us real enough to love. It makes us real enough to give. Thank you very much.
Once again, that was Curtis Blackwell. And next, please welcome Mukethe Kawinzi.
Thank you so much. So I'm a farm worker and a shepherd. I currently herd goats down in Pescadero, which is a little context if you're wondering why I'm up here talking about goats. It's because they are my life. This is open. See the moon last night? Sam asks, and I did. It waxed the whole path from the family house to my trailer, a walk I take in cluckless dark, no headlamp. Tradition I picked up from a teenager at the last dairy who liked to test his senses. Wind it through the farm after sundown, eyes and ears unaided, and also because it means one less thing to keep track of. 3, if you count 2 AA batteries each separate. You know, goats can hold on to semen, she says. Happens at the full moon, can release it when primed to accept it best. I can feel it too, she says, hand on her belly, rubbing slow. I can feel when I'm open and she's knocked up, so her words have the weight of a blooming fetus. 3 months in the womb now. I can feel it, she says. I can feel my cervix widen and her hands make an O, parallel to the ground, under her belly. And she is so casual about this one more craft of womanhood she's mastered. Full moon on the 31st she cast, so if the buck got them all, count on about 140 days for the Nubian births, a little later for the Alpines. In the morning, the one La Mancha doe, usually the smartest, is plodding and unfocused, even for a goat. She seems invaded. Her udder is ash dark, and once its milk weight is drained, I ink the kidding calculus on my forearm, sharpen myself with stock and folk math. I let her and 11 other dairy does out, warm the teat dip in a hot water bath. I squat low to heave the door and let 12 more dairy does in. Thank you. I'm just going to read one more piece. So I've been farming for about 5.5 years now. Before I was farming, I was going into an office every day and losing my mind. And one of the things that I was seeking from agricultural labor, from manual labor, was to no longer have a gendered performance being a part of my everyday life. And I felt it almost immediately when I started working with my body, this like genderlessness that came from the fact that my labor was no longer invested in what I looked like on a daily basis. But I also, from the beginning, have been working with livestock animals whose sexual dimorphism is often on very obvious display. The male animals look very different from the female animals. You handle them differently. You put them together and separate them at different times of years. So in my own body, I was like, I'm free of gender, but I was looking at these animals and like, but maybe gender's real. But along the way, I have encountered a few animals who transcend the binary, and this is an ode to them entitled, Trans Icons from the Farm. I'm all read up on Franz de Waal and Temple Grandin, long since well convinced of animal consciousness. Herein, I contend, their ontologies too are more complicated than we give due for. Nature simplifies, yes, but does not flatten. Out on the ranch, stock is male, possibly fixed, or female. Cattle, bulls, cows, castrated steers. Bandit cut buckgoats are wethers, and their ladies you know as does. A stallion loses its testes and turns the gelding, who can then no longer mate with a mare. Oh. And aside, never trust a bull, I've been told. A ram either. Any male animal, I've been told, uncastrated, is a threat. Lo, let us move into the gray. Come, pull up a mound of bare earth, and let me make tale of Buddy, a hen who decided to be a rooster one day among the retired Easter eggers in a broody old silky. The most skittish caprine I ever had acquaintance of was a hermaphrodite. Testicles, a vulva, and a shaggy, soft, butch body right at the intersection of doe and buck. I happen to know a female stock dog who pees like a boy, leg, cock stoic, and sunward. And then there's Fern. I watched Fern recast her body male in real time with my own 2 eyes. I did. Had put her in a pen with the doling sorted off for slaughter, and she shook off womanhood hasty, spitting wild, fleminning to the fading moon, fur puffed and pawing like mad. The others scattered, helter-skelter as she mounted them, topped them, one by one, over and over. You icons of spectrum, give me some. Share in your gifts. Y'all who conjure tea from vapor, give me some. Trade me this stale human inelasticity for the breathtaking mutability of the imminent. Thank you.
Once again, that was Mukethe Kawinzi. Did I say it correctly? Okay. And now to close out the evening, thank you very much, everyone, for coming to this wonderful holiday. 4th of July, woohoo! But anyhow, we're going to close out evening with Mark Holzinger again, and I believe he's going to play some psychedelic 4th of July music for us.
Thank you, Jessica. Thanks for having me.
nice mistake.
I think I'm coming on.
Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you everyone for coming. I can tell everyone is to get up and run away. But thank you very much for coming to First Friday. Once again, hope to have you back next month. Thank you to Macchiarini Creative Design for hosting us.
Yes, thank you.
Jessica.
Thank you to Colin for putting this on Alcatraz Radio every month. Thank you for David Deese for doing the sound.
Yes, David.
And et cetera, et cetera.
Thank you, Jessica. Woohoo! Woo. And thank you, Dan.